Hello, this is our final project for Group Yosemite. So starting off as an unauthenticated user, I'm able to browse through products. They're paginated, so I have 103 product pages currently. On the homepage, you're able to see the name, the description, category, price, average rating, product ID, and the picture for each product. You're also able to search, sort, and filter products. So if I were to sort by putting in the word small, and I enter that, I'll get products with the word small in it. For example, here, you can see the word small here. It'll show up either in the category or the description somewhere. I can also sort. I can sort by things like price, high to low. You'll see that the price starts at 500 and goes down. You can also add on other additional sorting mechanisms and do them at once. For example, sorting and filtering just for the price range of $50 to $150. You'll see only price or only objects that are up to $150 that are also sorted high to low. And then finally, you can sort by the average rating. Let's say I was just looking for products with 3+ stars. I'll see all of these 3+ stars within $150 to $150 and rank high to low. I can also then browse the different categories. For example, I can look at just products in kitchen, and I'll also be able to do the exact same mechanisms that I showed before, such as sorting price, low to high. I'm also able to go onto each product's individual product page just by clicking from the home screen. So now that I'm on the individual product pages, I'm able to see all the same information I saw from the home page. However, I have also new information, including seller information, their seller ID, the price, the quantity they have, and an option to add to cart. And then I can also see all the reviews that have been submitted to the website ranked from high to low. Because I'm not authenticated, I'm not able to add to cart. If I were to try to add this one to cart, it'll tell me, please log in and to add items to your cart.
If we want now to go log into an account, we're going to click log in. We're going to register because we're making a new account. We're going to type first name, last name. We've got an email. We can try, if we have an email that is not valid and we try to register, it doesn't let us. It says invalid email address. So we're going to try again with a real email address, password again. And now we register and congrats, you're a registered user. And now we log in with the account that we just created. Okay, and now we're successfully into the account. Once we are here, we can go to your account page and view the information that you've just put in. And then you can edit that information. So we can change our first name. We can also give ourselves some money. And we also can log out. All right, now we're going to try a couple of things that should break it. So we're going to try logging in to that same account with the wrong password, invalid email or password. And now we're going to try registering another account with the same email, which also should not work. Okay, so this is the same email account as before, but we already have an account with that. And so already use it with this email. That breaks. On the back end of this, we've done all of our SQL queries with the colon syntax rather than just adding strings. So it's protected from SQL injections. You can't get user information this way.
If you go to the cart, you can see the current logged in user's cart. I added a few functionalities. So the first thing is you can update the quantity of any item in your cart. So that would update the total and the subtotal. Then next is you can move things from cart from your save to later to your cart. So I also added the added functionality of having a save to later and also vice versa. So I can move it from my cart to save to later. I can also remove items from cart. And then if I try to order like an ungodly amount of things, it won't let me check out. So it'll either say insufficient balance to complete the order, or it'll say insufficient stock in order to complete this order. If I go to home and I try to add item to cart, it'll let me. So I can go here and I'll see that this gets added to cart. On top of that, if I try to add the same item twice, it'll let me add it, but it'll just update the quantity here as opposed to having another product as a whole. If I update this back to having one quantity, this to having one quantity. Now, if I try to check something out from cart, now that I have enough balance to check this out, and it seems like there's enough inventory to check this out, it will let me place this order. And then now my cart is empty and the order is placed successfully. I can go in here and see the order I just placed and all of my previous orders. And then I can go in and see every specific order and see if it's been fulfilled. So here it says order fulfilled because the status is delivered for all the orders in here. Whereas if I go to my most recent order, it won't say order fulfilled. Then I can go from here to a specific product. Then if I go to cart and then I log out and try to go back, it doesn't let me. But on logging in, everything is still the same way as it was when we left. So cart is still empty, save to later is still the same two items. I cannot add a product that is not available to cart since there will be no seller listed and therefore no button to add to cart.
Okay, now we're gonna look at seller inventory. So currently we're at rs@gmail.com. As you can see, we have a product, the name, category, price, quantity. I can update the quantity. Update to 42. 42 is there. I also have an order, order ID, product, who bought it, the buyer, order date in descending order, quantity, total amount. I can try and add a negative quantity. This fails. Quantity cannot be negative. I have a current order. I can mark this as fulfilled. As you can see, it's been shipped now. For adding a product, let's just add any product. Price 200, quantity 4. Added the product. Let's add a different product, but this time input non-real numbers. Price cannot be negative, and as you saw, quantity cannot be negative. Now let's try and add the same product with a different price. And product ID 1798 is already in the seller ID's inventory. And as you can see, you have orders, inventory, adding the product. And for the orders, you can see the shipment status. And with multiple orders, it's in descending order as well.
One of my other features as product guru was to add a function to create a product if you're logged in. So if I'm not logged in, this button wouldn't show up. If I log out, you're not able to see the option to create a new product. If I log back in, I'm able to see that button again. So I can create a new product just by clicking this button, and it'll open up this form where I'll enter the name, the category, a description, a price, whether or not it's available, and then an image. I'll then go and create that product. And then I can see the products that I've created by going to the Your Products tab on the sidebar. And I can see that I have one product called blueberries, has no ratings. I can also then edit that. For example, I can change the price and update. And that has updated it successfully.
This was my main page, the user reviews page. We're already logged into the ice cream tester account, and we see that when we go to the user reviews page, we can automatically see the reviews for both products and sellers that this user has made. The main things to notice here is that we're showing the last 5 product reviews and seller reviews sorted reverse chronologically that this user has made. We can, for each of these product reviews, we have the product name with a hyperlink to the product page. We have the rating, the review text, the date when the review is initially submitted, and the last updated date. And also for each of these products, we have the total amount of ratings that have been made for that product and the average rating among those ratings. Similarly, for the seller reviews table, the main difference is that instead of the product name and hyperlink, we just have the seller ID as well as the email of that seller. For any of these reviews, we have the option to, let's say, update the review. So let's change this first one to edit. And we see that the page refreshes and we automatically have 7 and edit. We can do the same thing here. Let's say for seller ID 9, let's go just 8 and edit, and we see that that's also been changed. We can also look at the reviews for any other seller. So let's go to user ID 30 and we see that they have these options. However, we're not able to update these reviews because of course it's another user. We can also access the reviews page from the Your Account page. And we can also go to a detailed product page. So let's go here, for example. We can try to write a review. Let's say here to review. And once we submit this, we'll go to this page and we'll see that the for good review has now been added at the top because that was the most recent review, and this is sort of reversed chronologically. We can then go back to the product page using this hyperlink and then write a review for, let's say, seller with ID 92. Let's say 8 seller 92, and we submit this review, and then we go down here and we see that our review for seller 92 has been added here. We can also update this review if we wanted. Let's go seller 90, and now we have seller 90 here, and we could do the same thing up here. An important thing to see is that if you then try to write a review for the product again, you're not able to. You get this warning that you've already reviewed it, and the only thing that you can do from here is edit that review, and the same thing happens if you try for the seller. It just reviews, it takes you back to this page and says you've already reviewed the seller, but you can edit it instead.